Self-driving autonomous cars are the future. Whether you're a fanboy of Tesla or not, the technology behind self-driving cars is absolutely amazing. Cameras, sensors, LiDAR, satellite, GPS, computers, and loads of data. What if there was a new DePIN project that was partnering with the titans of the automotive industry to help provide some of that exact data, but at a fraction of the enterprise cost? A project that allows us as home crypto miners to drive our own vehicles, collect that data, and earn crypto. The future is now. What's going on, crypto miners, and welcome back to the channel. I'm the Hobbyist Miner. I've been crypto mining for 5 years now, and I'm a huge fan of the technology behind low watt, low upfront cost mining hardware that the everyday home miner can afford, like Helium, WeatherXM, Geodnet, Demo, Nubula Marco Miner, SkyX, and many more. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the ROVR Miner and how this DePIN miner is gathering data at a 2D and 3D level to help self-driving cars with centimeter accuracy and high definition mapping. All right, so here we have the ROVR TarantulaX. And actually, before we get too far into this, huge shout out to the team over at Helium Deploy for providing this miner for today's video. Now, if you're interested in buying any DePIN miner out there, or you're interested in any small home miners, go over and check them out over at Helium Deploy. In addition to that, huge shout out to Helium Deploy for providing a second ROVR TarantulaX for today's video for a giveaway. Go ahead and leave a comment directly down below and let me know what car you would install the ROVR into that you have. Make, model, color, whatever you want to do, post it directly down below, and in 2 weeks we'll pick one winner and I will ship you the ROVR TarantulaX entirely free. Let's go ahead and take a closer look. All right, so let's get this opened up. The nice thing is there isn't much to this, which makes it real easy and simple. All right, so sliding that aside here, this is honestly the extent of this miner. Now, something pretty sweet on the back here, it's got one heck of a magnet so that you can stick this maybe somewhere on your dash, or if you're pushing it and you're really an enthusiast, you can put this on your roof, either through your sunroof or through a car door. Now, it is my understanding that you will get better rewards, better accuracy if you go ahead and put this on the roof of your car. And we'll talk about that more in the rest of this video. There is just a USB plug on this side. You'll need either a cigarette lighter, or if you have a newer car, mine does not. Mine's a 2007, but if you have a newer car, you can go ahead and plug this USB directly into it, and you'll go ahead and Bluetooth this to your cell phone and into the ROVR app, and off you'll go. So let's learn a little bit more about the ROVR project and why I'm more interested in this project than any other mapping dash cam vehicle DePIN project out there. So taking a look over here on ROVR.network, which is the official website, first thing right away, ROVR is actually on the Solana blockchain. And more importantly to me, ROVR also is on and utilizing the RTK network of Geodnet. And if you're like, wait, Geodnet? Yes, that Geodnet. So if we take a quick look real quick, and if you guys are familiar, I'm a big fan of Geodnet. I actually have 2 units installed, one here at my house and the other one at my electrician's house. And Geodnet is an RTK network that allows other projects and devices to utilize it, and it is completely decentralized. One of the big things about Geodnet as well is the fact that Geodnet helps with centimeter accuracy. And so when you pair that together with something like ROVR, it's a big deal, because now you actually have that data that we talked about at the top of this video being that accurate and that valuable, which is extremely important when we're talking about self-driving cars. Now, as we scroll down here, there's a few things I want to point out. There's 2 different ROVR devices and miners. We're going to talk more specifically about the TarantulaX, but we'll take a look at the second one, which is this light cone device, in just a minute. If you're interested, I'll link the ROVR website down below. you can get into all the nitty gritty and dive into it. But some things to think about is not only does the Rover project value self-driving cars and additional 2D and 3D mapping data, but it also brings that 3D data that would be valuable, as you can see here, to the real estate industry or the gaming industry or the finance industry. So there's a lot of real world application behind the Rover project. And that's what I love to see. I love to see these DePIN projects come out, get to mainnet pretty quickly, have devices and have real world application, and then take that data and resell it to Web 2 companies, like, as we talked about at the top of the video, some of the major automotive companies out there. So scrolling down some more, this is a very different mapping. They actually call it HD mapping because it's a combination of 2D, 3D, and HD mapping. And what it's doing is, this isn't like a Hive mapper, or this isn't like a Natax where it's creating maps of like street views and stuff like that that we would see in traditional images. No, it's actually creating 3D imaging that is not meant for the human eye to interpret. That data that it collects is actually utilized and meant for autonomous machines. It's meant to be interpreted by actual computers and utilizing AI. So you're going to see here, I'm going to throw up some images here in just a minute, some videos that I found out there of actually true data that is being collected by rover devices. And you're going to see, you can kind of see some buildings and some street views and things like that, but it's not what you would traditionally think about when you think about mapping. And that's all because it's actually meant to be interpreted and used by AI in real time. So let's go ahead and take a look. There are two different devices, the TarantulaX and the Litecoin. So we'll look at more and more detail here. This is a crazy image and a full breakdown. If you want to nerd out on this, please go ahead. I'm going to leave more links to the technical side of this mapping. Some of you guys are real nerds, and I want to make sure that I provide some of this for you. You can see here's an image of some street data as well as some trees and bushes along the sides of the road. So it's pretty wild, to say the least. So there is a rover coverage map actually out there, because just like other DePIN projects out there that involve your vehicle, going over a road and getting that road mapped for the first time rewards more than a road or surface that is mapped multiple times in a short time period. So there is actually a full map out there. So I just have Philadelphia up on here because I'm located in Pennsylvania. You can zoom out and kind of see that this project is very young in its infancy. There's lots of areas within the United States that still absolutely need to be mapped and can be remapped over and over again. So there's two different devices out there. The TarantulaX is the only device out and released currently right now. The Litecoin device, and you can see the price is significantly more. I mean, look, we got the TarantulaX and now this is listed on Rover's website. Helium Deploy does have this at a discount, but it is listed on their website for $199, which is the device that I showed at the top. The Litecoin device is like the TarantulaX on steroids because of the fact that it doesn't actually depend on your cell phone for the actual camera functionality. It actually has LiDAR built in with it. It's absolutely wild. Hence why it's almost $2,500. But that isn't released yet. If you become a huge fanboy of the Rover project, maybe that's something that you eye up in the future. Now, let's talk about the tokenomics of this project, because right away, I know the question comes down to how much can you earn and what is it worth? I get it. We're crypto miners. I don't blame you at all. So I'm going to list their entire document, white paper information directly down below. So Rover right away has a 10 billion supply, fixed supply. So that's not unlimited. The network is Solana, as we talked about, and it's got, we can kind of scroll down here. 51% is the community contributors. That's us right here. You got 20% to the investors, 20% to the development team, 9% to the ecosystem. Now, this is where there's a little bit of math, but a little bit of, I need to see how this is going to go. As I said, I haven't installed my unit yet. I am brand new to it. I plan to make a follow-up video in the future on how this has gone for me. This was previously in testnet. It has moved over to mainnet. So right now, the TarantulaX earns 1.6 ROVR token, and we'll take a look at that in a minute, per kilometer. So that's like a base, kind of your base reward. And then it all comes down to the quality of the data. And you can see up here, the quality of the data comes down to clarity, brightness, the RTK accuracy, will all impact the amount of ROVR that you earn. And there's actually different scales, A through F being the reward ratio. And then in addition to that, there's weekly road revisit rewards as well. And the road visits actually decay over time so that road can be remapped for updated accuracy. So I'm going to leave this directly down below. And to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm going to earn here. I'm actually going on a trip tomorrow, so I'm going to get this all set up and kind of see how much we can earn on this family trip with just having this unit thrown up on the roof and just recalling through the window and kind of see how that does. Now, right now, ROVR Network you can find over on CoinMarketCap. You can find over on CoinGecko under the tag of ROVR. How surprising, right? And this is a 1-year view of the actual token. And you can see, going back to May, that's when it went over to mainnet, which was scheduled for Q2 2025. And we're at 0.009110. So a few zeros, 2 zeros. But the nice thing is, if you look at this over a year, it's continued to go up, which is fantastic and great for a new DePIN project. So you can download the ROVR app on your iPhone, or you can go ahead and download. You have to download the APK for Android. I'm not sure why it's not on the Play Store yet. Don't know all the details. Maybe check it out on their Discord, but you can download that over right off of their website at the top. Just go to it on your cell phone and go to downloads, and then you can download right with the button right in the middle. Download it to your cell phone, because you will utilize your cell phone for the camera on there, because it doesn't have a LiDAR device like that other device was. So the thing is you have your phone set up on your dash. Here's a quick picture of that. And then what you do is you have the app open. It's utilizing that for part of that mapping and part of that data. And then the other part is actually utilizing your ROVR Miner. Now, the nice thing is as well, is that you don't need to have a cell phone with a cell signal. You could just use wireless. So what you could do is take your normal cell phone, set up a hotspot on it, connect a old cell phone you have to your side, run the ROVR app on there, and you could go about doing that, which would work out really, really nicely. All right, so last piece of this puzzle. Where can you buy it? Where actually should you buy it? And how much does it cost? So we're going to go over to heliumdeploy.com. I'm going to leave a link directly down below to their site with maybe a discount code or two, and you can go ahead and check this out. So we're over on their website. We're going to go to hardware. We're going down to ROVR, and you can see there's 3 devices available. There's the June batch, the July batch, and then the Litecoin Max, which isn't out yet. So looking at the June batch, by the time you guys actually watch this video, they're actually going to be available for sale. Only a limited amount based off my discussions with Helium Deploy. They're only selling 200 of them. They bought a batch of 200. They're only selling 200. So this will actually say buy now versus sold out. But the price of this unit is $199 over here on Helium Deploy. And you can see the expected delivery date is June 20th. So I'm recording this on the 12th of June. You're going to watch this on the 13th if you watch it on the date of release, and you'll be able to have this unit in a week's time if you decide to go ahead and buy it. I do recommend you come over here. Helium Deploy does a really good job of putting loads of data that I pretty much just summarized in this video here to help you understand a little bit more about the project. Maybe there's a number of different things that I didn't answer that you still have questions on. You can see they even have the team over here. The team is doxed for ROVR, and other customers of Helium Deploy that have gone ahead and purchased this device. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and head out to my car and get the ROVR TarantulaX installed, and I'll report back and let you guys know how it's done.